The United States of America's Department of Defense is cooking the books, bold-faced lying. We all saw with our eyes the abysmal, limp dick turnout for convicted felon, dementia-ridden Donald Trump's pathetic birthday party. And let me just tell you guys, it was a teeny tiny crowd. So everybody knows that this man has this ridiculous ego and his feelings get hurt so easily because he's such a whining titty baby. So the Department of Defense photoshops this image, put this up. We are honored to host hundreds of thousands of proud Americans at the Army's 250th anniversary. And as you can see, the image, it has all of these people in the field. And then let's get to the real image, the next one. Here's the real turnout, you guys. So we have the Department of Defense lying and photoshopping people in images so that they can take it to the man that wears a diaper and a catheter. And that would normally sound funny, but it's real. And they take it to him and show it to him and lie to him because that's how fragile his ego is. Yet, all of these people, all of these propagandists on Fox and all these podcasts talk about how manly MAGA is. We're so manly. And you have this little whining titty baby and you have to cook the books, Photoshop a crowd size for this man. I mean, is his dick that small?
Well, I think the answer to that question is obviously yes, because we've been doing this since his inauguration. But one thing I read, and I found this to be, it struck me as true. Trump, after the parade and the abysmal turnout, and he was staring at empty stands, that he was running around to his inner circle going, is Fox making it sound like I'm more popular than I am, or am I really that popular? So now they're running around.
What?
Yes.
What?
I read that he is running around and he's worried that Fox News has overinflated his sense of popularity.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. So has Zuckerberg, and the
Elon
biggest
Musk.
offender is Elon
Yeah.
Musk. And we have been screaming this, that like recently when we were at the parade in Oklahoma City, Kylie put a post of Jonathan Van Ness and me up, and I said, we hate Trump for free.
Right.
And she put that in the comment section. Well, these robots, these trolls, algorithmic trolls, they come in and they search up words, and then they've just flooded the comment section. Kylie, have you noticed that?
Yes, I saw that.
Like, it's massive bot activity. Another time I saw this happen was during the campaign. I held up a sign that said, "Stop Trump's abortion ban." And I had a disproportionate amount in the comment section. So all of these robots, these bot accounts, are programmed to go in and flood the zone to make it look like this exaggerated MAGA support. But that's just on your phone. Those are just little robots. In real time, Pumps, we saw it.
We did.
And guess who else did? Big Daddy Pawpaw in his big boy diaper. He saw it. He saw the crowds. He saw the tens of millions of people roll out all over the United States of America. And then he got basically a T-ball audience over at his military birthday party. Okay. Next up, this is so disturbing. Put up this headline, Kylie. Extremely disturbing and unethical. New rules allow VA doctors to refuse to treat Democrats and unmarried veterans. Department of Veterans Affairs says the changes come in response to a Trump administration executive order defending women. Okay. I just want to say this, and I want to go on the permanent record saying this. Sit this one out. You're not defending women, Riley Gaines. You're not defending women, Megyn Kelly. You're not defending women, Donald Trump. You are tearing women apart. In my state, in the state of Oklahoma, we are ranked 50th in well-being for women. Out of all 50 states, we're dead last. Our MAGA governor has never not once addressed this. You would think if you were dead last on a subject and you say, oh, we love mothers, we love babies, we love family, that would be his number one top priority, Kevin Stitt, to address the fact that his state is dead last, the worst place for women to live in the United States of America. Does he bring it up? Nope. Crickets. Kids, they are all full of shit, and I have fucking had it. Sit this one out. Sit the women one out. And if all you white women want to go and support MAGA and do all that shit, good fucking luck, because they'll turn the knives on you. They're coming for you. But we're going to fight for you regardless, you dipshits.
Very well said. The one thing that struck me on this is I have this foreboding sense that, Trump wants to declare martial law before the midterms, all of these things in terms of voting. And then I see the executive orders that he is making. They look to me like they think that Republicans will never not be in power because he is a lame duck. This is not an 8-year situation. They are making orders throughout this administration in every area where it looks like they have no plans to ever peacefully transfer power. That is what scares me.
I think that is a very astute observation and a very terrifying one. And I think you're exactly right. These are not the policies of a lame duck. They have lied to themselves and said, we have this electoral mandate. I mean, he won by like 1 million votes in a country of 330 million. It wasn't even remotely close. And to being this big sweeping electoral mandate, because they're so stupid when they see the electoral college map and there's more red in the map than blue, they think that land votes.
Right.
They don't understand the population hubs, but I digress. Next up, we have our MAGA people that are so, just so worried about the deficit and so worried about spending. Pop up this headline. Trump's immigration crackdown is burning through cash so quickly that ICE could run out of money next month.
It's not surprising. I mean, Kristi Noem is already over budget for what she's wanting, plus she wants a private jet. Here's the thing.
Wait, hang on. Sorry. This is important. How much you think goes into her costume budget?
And Glam Squad, I would say 50%.
I mean, the amount of costumes this woman puts on is unbelievable. And recently, Pumps, I saw a really alarming video. They went into a woman's house that's pregnant. She had 4 children at home, and ICE raided it. And they're looking for this woman's husband. And they're screaming in front of the kids. And Kristi Noem is there in her little ICE outfit going along with it. And the terror that these ICE agents, this militarization under this woman who wears her little Christian cross, meanwhile, she's fucking Corey Lewandowski on the side. These people are such abject hypocrites. Kristi Noem is such a disgrace to women and to human beings. But you go back to your point.
I just want to point out she also shot her family's puppy, but that's a different.
I know, and I'll never get over that. Mitt Romney tied a dog to the top of his car, and nobody got over it. And Barack Obama kicked his ass in the election.
Right. But Kristi Noem, they think it's fine for her. But my point with all this is he is still, even with all of these raids and this massive manpower, he's breaking the law. He's going against the Constitution. We know that. But he is not deporting the numbers that Biden and Obama did legally and for a fraction of the cost, because this is about the propaganda network.
When we were at lunch yesterday, we read a statistic about, wasn't it like 15% of the people that have been detained, or less than maybe 10%? I can't remember what the stat was.
I think it was less than 10%.
Less than 10% of the people detained had a violent criminal history. And that was his whole thing. We're going to round up violent criminals. They're just rounding up brown-skinned people arbitrarily, and they still are incompetent at it.
Yes, they're still incompetent at it. And I think it's 30% if you include traffic tickets.
Okay, so please support our show, everybody. Pumps and I need to be able to get out here and report to you all every day as we build a community, and it's so important that you support our sponsors. And I have to tell you guys, Pumps and I just got these brand new bras from Honeylove. I got the Silhouette bra. It's so comfortable. Typically, when I get home from work, I'm like, I cannot take this bra off fast enough. Totally forgot I had it on until I changed to put my pajamas on. That's how comfortable it was.
Well, I love the Silhouette bra because I feel like it gives me support in the back without looking bulky. And I also love the super powered brief. It's really good for control in the tummy area.
Listener, a great bra is the foundation for any great outfit. So start every outfit with Honeylove and elevate your style. Honeylove shapewear is designed to move with you. Say goodbye to pesky shapewear that rolls down as soon as you hit the dance floor. Pumps does not like that when she's out clubbing. So listener, treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market. Save 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/IHIP. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/IHIP to find your perfect fit. After you purchase, they ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Experience the new standard in bras and shapewear with Honeylove. Thank you to Honeylove for helping us do this every single day. Next up. All right, listen, listener. Pumps and I have had this little side project now for probably about, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
We're kind of fascinated with Mike Lindell, and he, of course, is the MyPillow guy. And it's just the level of commitment to the crazy.
Right.
That is just fascinating to watch. And so, he, like all people, suck up to Donald Trump and then lose everything. You've seen this with Mike Lindell, Rudy Giuliani. We're seeing it with Elon Musk. And Elon Musk, he will end up losing everything come hell or high water. We, the people globally, are going to make sure that motherfuckers companies are burned to the ground. Nazis are not welcome to have our money. But I digress. Back to Mike Lindell. So put up this tweet. The Associated Press reports, breaking, jury finds MyPillow founder Mike Lindell defamed former employee for a leading voting equipment company. Pumps.
Well, here's the thing. Mike Lindell started his own TV network so he could spew propaganda all the time. And he started saying that Dominion voting machines were changing votes from Trump to Biden. He said it for years. He doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on it. He got into court. I think it's important to remember when he got into court, he said he had no evidence of that. And so now he's hit with this going to be a blockbuster award, civil damages award against him. Of course, he's broke now, so I don't know if he'll be able to pay it, but it's good to know the jury system is still working.
For now.
For now.
Okay. And then lastly, it's just important to point this out that MAGA people operate with breathtaking hypocrisy, and that hypocrisy and that duplicity is what kills democracy. And here's just a prime example among many. The Trump organization keeps bringing in foreign workers to staff its clubs and winery. And so this is what the big lie is. The big lie to the American public right now is that immigrants and gay people are the reason you can't have nice things. And the truth of the matter is, the reason you can't have nice things is because Donald Trump, Jeff Bezos, Rupert Murdoch, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and on and on and on have been provided ungodly amounts of tax cuts. When you think about it, and I believe the data shows, illegal immigrants pay more in taxes than America's billionaires do, and they receive nothing in return. And the problem with American culture is there's this whole thing with immigrants, and this is an American white culture, that, we can get these immigrants to do this for us for cheaper. And that's been true because they're appreciative of any money that they can earn and just live in a safe space. And that dehumanization of wages leads to the dehumanization that then you can just get somebody and then just disappear them to El Salvador. Right. That's why living in a country that values paying people a livable wage is so important, because paying them less than that is dehumanizing that, and it opens up the door for more horrific things to happen. So wage equality and wage fairness is at the core of this, because white America's desire to hire immigrants so that they can pay less in labor for better work is leading to that dehumanization and setting that psychological soil for then these people to be disappeared. And it's very reminiscent of our history back to the inception. People with pigment in their skin doing work for wealthy people and getting dehumanized. And this is something that our country has got to reconcile, because deporting people and rounding them up and not giving them due process and separating them from their families is very horrific. And it's something historically that anybody can look in any history book and see that's happening. And it's happening in your name, MAGA Christians, and you're celebrating it. And that's fucked up. I mean, that is really, really fucked up. And you need to do a gut check. And all these MAGA pastors that don't pay taxes, that ride around on your private planes, you are despicable and an absolute cancer in this country. All right, that's all we have for today. We'll see you all later.